Good morning, all you lovely people. Welcome back to Grumpy Old Git in the Corner again on a Wednesday that's, would you believe, overcast again. Yeah, something going on seriously wrong with this weather of ours. Now, today, as the thumbnail says, here we can go again. The digital ID raises its ugly head again. You know, this time it's actually got a name, and they're pushing an act through for next year called the Data Use and Access Bill. Well, the name says it all, don't it? We know they thrive on data. They want to know everything about us. So there it says how they use it and they're going to access it. Access, does that mean that they're going to force us to give any information? Now, apparently this thing's going to come out as one of them weird app things on your phone. QR code, that's it. One of them. Well, as far as I'm concerned, they can go fuck themselves. No, I mean, none of my phones accept that shit. They don't scan them or anything like that, and I certainly don't connect my phones to the internet, so they're going to have a job with that. But again, like the what was it, the original passport, the COVID passport, the Jabby passport that they tried to bring out a few years ago. You know, this is the first rung on the ladder to the credit scoring system, which we know they'd love, you know, because they can punish you, low-jack you, stop you doing things if you don't conform. Well, I won't be conforming to any of it. They can go fuck themselves. But apparently that's being pushed through. Now, changing tack totally on this. Now, I don't often talk or do a lot about the police. I leave that up to other channels out there that point out the corruption and that with them. But with Yvette Cooper now, Home Secretary, coming out with we'll put 13 more K bobbies on the beat, boots on the ground, as it were. Okay, it's great saying it, but you know, having a look around, I mean, there's actually 10 forces now saying this won't happen. Why? Because according to their statements, they haven't got the money. They can't pay for them. And some are actually saying they're going to have to lay people off, put others on shorter time. What have they been doing with their budget? We know it's been cut over the years, but this government has promised them more. But where does it all go? Well, first of all, I'm going to pick on the Met, because they're probably one of the most fucking corrupt forces in the country. And how much they'd lost through their own fault. You know, I can't find any up-to-date figures. This is only up until March this year. They haven't released anything else yet, and they certainly won't answer an FOI for it. But as you can see here, £10.5 million paid out in compensation. And that figure, believe it or not, does not contain any payments that have been made over £15,000. And we know there's been quite a few of them with corporate and all sorts of things. So this figure isn't complete. So it's probably a hell of a lot more. But as you can see, the reasons. 3/4 of that £10.5 million is down to how they operate, how they're interacting, how they're conducting themselves. Unbelievable, isn't it? Now, it's interesting how they use words. You see there, misapplication of the law. Yeah, we know, we've seen that many times, hundreds and hundreds of times in videos on the YouTube. Misunderstanding of the law. Well, I wouldn't say misunderstanding of the law, I'd just say complete fucking incompetence and abusing the law and the powers they've given, because they don't know the law. They haven't got a fucking clue. And again, what is accidental neglect? And they can't even say our human rights. They have to come out with the European Convention of Rights. Misuse of it. Or lack of knowing it, I should say, more like. Total misuse of words there, methinks. Now this one shows the claims on all forces in England and Wales, covering a 7-month period last year, in monthly breakdowns. It doesn't say, you know, which part of the thing these are for. These are total claims per month for all of the forces in England. You know, feel free to pause it, soak it up. Okay, now that what I've just showed you is only a fraction of what they waste. But yeah, so-called community coppers, it ain't fucking happening. It ain't happening. All they'll be doing is knocking on door, collecting your data. And, you know, they need to put their egos to bed. All they've got to do is do the job we fucking pay them for. And they would save themselves million if they did that job right. But they can't be trusted to do that, can they? Just my thoughts for today. We can talk about this further on the live tonight. I will be going live, usual time, 7 o'clock. Just catching up with friends and that. But we usually have a bit of a chat over things like this. If any of you new subscribers want to come in, welcome to you guys, by the way. It's a zero tolerance stream. We don't get many in. We don't play with clowns. So if you want to come in, join in, feel free. But keep it respectful and keep it clean. We do have a problem with YouTube on this channel. Or the faceless cowards, as I like to call them. But anyway, guys, until tonight, and for those that don't come in tonight, until tomorrow or Friday. Sometimes I don't do a video on a Thursday. As always, stay safe, stay strong, and look at the bullshit and think about what you're going to accept. Respects, people.